what's up guys? Khordmaster is here, and in today's video we are taking a look at the Kawai ES520, and this is going to be just an overview of this digital piano. I want to kind of talk a little bit about my first impressions of it. I've had it for a few weeks now. So the great folks over at Zounds have given me an incredible opportunity to just get my hands on a lot of equipment, pretty much anything that I would like to use from their website to do reviews and test out and stuff like that. And so when I found out about that, I knew that I needed to get a digital piano for this room that I'm in here. The one that I used to have here is now in my studio outside of the house. And so, you know, I just really enjoyed just kind of like playing the piano with my daughter, who's now 8 months, and kind of having her watch me play and having her play and things like that to kind of explore this instrument. And so I haven't had one here for a little while, so I'm excited about having one back in this room. So let's talk a little bit about this. Before I begin, anything that I play, I just want to let you guys know I'm doing this whole review, this whole video with this microphone that you see on my collar. So it's a wireless mic connected to the camera that I'm using to record this, which is the DJI Pocket 2, which is an incredible camera. And I'm excited to start using this setup a little bit more because I think the audio quality is fantastic when it's sitting right where it is. So I say all that to say I'm not capturing the audio directly with this. I have the capabilities to do so. Probably use like my Teenage Engineering TX6 mixer and connect audio out to this directly in there and then capture that. So I think I will do, if you guys are interested in seeing one, just a sort of no talking, all sounds, direct audio. Maybe I'll do like a companion video to this one, just so you guys can kind of see the sound capabilities of this. So if you're interested in that, just let me know in the comments below. But essentially, taking a look at this digital piano here, actually, let me just play something for you guys first. And what about if we do a little singing? Let's do like, that was the first piano out the gate. SK Concert Grand. So what if we do like a little, someone is calling me. Spam. We don't like spam, especially interrupting videos. We're not a fan of that. All right, so looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Hear the voice shake the window, sweet seducing sigh. Get me out across the nighttime. Don't know the lyrics, for walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. And they say, why? Yeah, so that's cool. Let me play a little classical. All right, so I just played my Yamaha digital piano, the P515, which is at the one that's in this other room. And I must say, I think that's a slightly more expensive. I think that was like $15.99 and this is like $12.99. But the action on that keyboard, on that digital piano is better, noticeably, for me. But the action on here is quite good, I must say. It feels great to play. I would say that there's just like a slightly less premium feel than what I'm used to, like on the digital piano that I just mentioned, the Yamaha, and then I have the Roland Phantom 8 digital synthesizer downstairs, which I think has the Roland PHA50. I don't know all the actions and all that stuff, so that's I would check out, you know, another video for like details of all that stuff. I just kind of know like how it feels to me. If it feels great, then it feels great, right? This one feels good. Those other two that I just mentioned feel great. And also like the wood on the inside of the keys, I've kind of grown accustomed to kind of seeing that on a lot of the pianos that I've been using. And so I really like that. It just gives it more of a real feel. Like I really do appreciate the wood on there. But the speakers, I think onboard speakers on digital pianos is very important nowadays, because for me, what I see myself doing this year is using this keyboard or using whatever keyboard in an outside setting. And also like in a room like this, right? Like I can have, but I wouldn't want to have speakers connected to a digital piano in this room. So for example, the Nord Piano 5, I have my eyes on that, and I probably will get my hands on it eventually at some point to kind of talk about it and test it out and kind of give you guys my opinion of it. Because I'm very curious about that digital piano, like very, very curious. So the Nord Piano 5, you guys can be on the lookout. I'll be doing a review of that at some point. But one of the things that I don't like about it is that it doesn't have built-in speakers, at least to my knowledge. I should probably research it a bit more, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because Nord makes like these other speakers that you can attach to either that or like the Nord Grand, I think it's called. But I really, really like being able to just plug in and just go. When you have speakers connected, you got to turn speaker on, have those plugged in as well. And it's just not as elegant of a look and of a feel for me. And that takes away a little bit from the use case. But it very much depends on what you're going to be using it for sure. So yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about this. So of course, you know, the speakers are great on here. You have a USB port up top. I think I'm going to bring the camera over so you guys can kind of see as I'm talking about this a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. So let's take a look at this digital piano, little scan across the top of it, and then let's kind of just talk about what we see on the top here. So we have our transpose button here. We have a split button. We have demo when you press these two together. Then you have your registration button. You have your piano, which lets you cycle through different piano sounds every time you press it, right? And these are the different ones that come on here. Then you have piano 2, which are your like secondary pianos. Then you have your electric pianos, organs, and of course all these you can cycle through. Then you have organs, harps, mallets, strings choir, bass. You have your amp, effects, and reverb buttons here, so you can kind of tweak the sound a little bit. Then you have like your recorder section. This lets you record what you're playing, and of course like rhythm patterns. There's a lot of rhythm patterns on here, which I really, really like. You hit rhythm there, and I mean, I'm just holding this, and you have something called even Motown, right? So you have that, which is great. Metronome for practicing, USB as well. This lets you lock the piano, pressing those together. Volume over here, and power button. Volume on the right side. I'm used to seeing the volume over here, so it took me a little bit to get adjusted to. You know, the speaker grill, not much to talk about there, but you've kind of heard how it sounds. Then you have your menu buttons, up and down, value buttons, and then exit as well. So let's take a look at the back. And also, before we do that, let's look at the construction of this stand, because I really, really like the stand. The stand is fantastic, and it also is the same stand that's used for both of this one and the 920. And so, yeah, it looks really, really nice. It even comes with like this little piece here on the back to let you, I don't know if I did a great job with this, but yeah, I guess it's fine, to let you be able to hide the cables. It would be cool like to have like white cables here, right? Like that's going to be hard to manufacture because all these 99% of them are black, but for white digital pianos, let's get some white cables, right? What do you guys think? I think that would be kind of cool. All right, I'm going to mention to you one thing in a second that I absolutely dislike okay, about this piano compared to one that I used previously, and maybe I have to do a bit more research to see, but I'll explain that in just a second. So you have your power port, you have line out 1/4 inch right there. Then to the bottom next to that, you have line in stereo, so you can connect your anything that makes music and play them through the speakers. You have a toggle switch for the speaker on off right there. Then you have your damper pedal, which I'm not using because I'm using this one here on the right, which is a triple pedal, which also feels great, and it's like elevated off the ground and just feels fantastic. Then you have your MIDI in and out, and then USB. Now, let's talk about USB real quick. So for me, I love creating content capturing audio directly on the iPhone, and on my Yamaha digital piano, I am able to connect the USB type B cable on one end to Lightning on the other end. And I'm able to capture audio directly that way without having to have a mixer or like any of these other things. So this keyboard, this doesn't have that capability because this is not class compliant to the best of my knowledge. If I'm wrong about that, you guys can let me know in the comments below. But I checked by just plugging it in the same way that I would the Yamaha, and that did not work. I should be looking up here, and that did not work. So for me, that's troubling a little bit, right? Because I was going to be capturing videos and doing live streams and all kind of stuff like that on this piano with my phone in that setup, but now I need something else in order to do that. Or I have to just have my phone with just direct, using the phone's mic, which is not ideal for high quality audio sounds. So this is not the only keyboard that's that way. There's been several things that I've tested recently that are not USB class compliant, right? They work with computers. That's what that's for. You can plug it into your computer or your PC or Mac. But I think in this day and age, with our phones being able to do so much and the phone's video capabilities being so strong, it would be incredible if a lot of these were class compliant, that we can just plug our phones right into them. I don't know if I'm the minority in that space. I don't know if a lot of other people are really need that feature, but that's just something that I think is super important. So one more thing I want to share on the front is you have, 2 headphone jacks, which is kind of cool to have 2, so that, if you're doing lessons or something, you can both listen to at the same time without disturbing anyone else. And there's a USB port here, right, to be able to load up sounds and load up songs and bring songs that you created on here to the USB. So let's go ahead and do the sort of final recap for the video, and I'm gonna put the camera back up and let's do that. All right, so that is the Kawai ES520. So like I mentioned, I am very excited about having this in this room. I think it feels great. The sounds are really good on here. That sounds really good. pretty cool. Really cool sounds on here. I gotta say. Let's do like a drum pattern. So that's my first impressions of the Kawai ES520. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, if you didn't like it, let me know what you didn't like about it so I can try to make better and more useful videos for you guys. Having this opportunity to, have access to all this gear is a little overwhelming, but in a good way, right? I can now do whatever I want musically. I can create so many different things, and I also can share with you guys so many different things, and have you share the excitement of that I'm feeling when I have a chance to play with something new. Like, this is a blessing. This is incredible, and I again thank Zound so much for the opportunity. And I'm just excited about what that's going to bring this year. So I want to make sure that I'm doing right, even though I don't have to mention them. I don't have to make reviews of the stuff. I can just use it if I want it. That's the agreement, which again is just so wild to me. But something about my channel, something about my vibe spoke to someone there. And I love that. That's incredible. So, I couldn't do this without you guys, without my audience. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me over these years. And one of the things, I'll just leave with this little anecdote. One of the things that is just very interesting to me as a content creator and as a YouTuber who makes videos and does a lot of live streams is that sometimes we don't have a really clear indication of if and how much our stuff is reaching people. Unless people let you know, right? There's been just a handful. Every so often someone will like message me on Instagram, and hopefully YouTube eventually gets some type of way to message people directly. I don't like live streaming on YouTube or not having the capability of having a direct conversation privately on the platform. I think that that's something that should change, and I think it will, maybe with this inclusion of like the handles and stuff. But YouTube is doing great things with their updates and with their features and all that stuff. So I'm excited. I think that will come. But yeah, these anecdotes about people, like one person mentioned yesterday, and if I remember to, when I'm editing, I'll find the comment or the message that I received. But it was about a live stream I was doing. I was at a coffee shop. I had my teenage engineering gear sitting there, and I was just jamming out and having an absolute blast doing so. And I did a different live stream on my piano, teaching chords and stuff. By the way, I have a Patreon. I teach chords every Sunday night. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. It's fantastic, I must say. And it's super inspiring and just informative, so you guys can level up your piano playing and music production skills, learning about chords. So we'll talk about that more in the weeks to come, but it's been going on for a few months now. But he was in that YouTube. I also stream it to YouTube as well on Sunday night. So he was there just vibing out, talking to me, and messaged me on Instagram after. And I was like, oh, by the way, if you get a chance, check this live stream out that I did a few days ago at the coffee shop. It was really, really good. He was like, oh yeah, I did catch some of this. I was listening to it in my car, and I think he said one of his kids was in the back and jamming out with him. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I mean, I saw a few people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think even at that day, a few people kind of popped in. I don't know if there was any chats going on. I think that day I had members only set up on my, on here. And yeah, So I think no one was chatting because only members were able to chat. But I just knowing it reaches people and I hear messages like that, it's just super inspiring. So I just really, really appreciate that. But yeah, that's the end of the video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Keep the conversation going in the chats below, in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, take care. All right. Testing, mic check. Hey, what's up guys? Khordmaster is here, and in today's video, hey, what's going on guys? Khordmaster is here, and in today's video, hey, what's up guys? Khordmaster is here, and in today's video, we are looking at the Kawai ES520 Digital Piano. Now, I'm really excited about having an opportunity to share this with you guys because I've had my eye on this digital piano for quite a while. And I have an opportunity now through the great folks at Zounds, I'll leave a link for them below, to really get my hands on a lot of new equipment to experience them, use them, play with them, do reviews like this and stuff. And so when I found out about that, I immediately knew that I wanted to get a digital piano for this room that I'm in here, which is my living room. I have an 8-month-old daughter, and I previously had a piano in this room, a digital piano that I brought to my outside the house studio. But before I did that, I really, really enjoyed having her here on my lap and playing, and having her sort of just get a chance to experience what it feels like to play a piano and singing to her and all that good stuff. And so I have not had one in this room for quite a while, and I'm just excited to have this back in the space. So this digital piano comes in 2 different colors. You can get it in black or white, and you also can get the matching stand with it. I opted for the white because I just really, really like the way this looks. And I think when you have like a digital piano or any instrument, if it looks appealing and interesting to you, I think that is a major reason why you might want to play it, right? So I'm gonna just kind of take this off, but this comes with one of these music rests, and I've seen a lot of companies now start doing the sort of see-through music rests for this exact reason. Like, I don't actually have to take it off, and you guys can, it's not really obscuring the, how do we put it back in? Is it back in? There we go. It's not really obscuring the view, right? So I can leave it on, but for this video, I figure we'll go ahead and take it off. So this 520, there are 2 different versions of Kawai. Actually, I think 3 different. I forget the lower one, but there's also a Kawai ES920 that is a few $100s more than this. And Zounds does not have that on their website. I believe that has a better key bed, and I'm very interested in testing that out as well at some point. But I wanted to kind of get my hands on this middle of the road option here. And I should also say that I'm doing this whole review, the overview, with this microphone. I keep saying, why am I nervous? I don't know. I'm not nervous. Just relax. Take a deep breath. Okay.